What's up, Phil?
You just went for a walk just to let shit go and keep moving forward.
Right? You see how it's just not that deep? Not that deep.
That being said, I still got so much shit to do because today it felt like I haven't been organizing my time well. I had to get like 8 hours sleep last night because I was just so knackered. And then um went to jiu-jitsu, caught up with the triage call, which was, to be honest, pretty easy because I didn't give a fuck, to be honest. I'm just like, what do you want? How can I help you? Okay, you're suffering from these mental health problems. Like, what have you tried in the past? Why are you committed now? I mean, the only concern I have to you right now is it looks like you're unemployed. Like, are you in a situation where you can invest financially? You know how much of this costs? Well, to be honest, I'm the only assistant, so I just want to make sure it makes sense for you. So do you have any money to potentially invest into your health and your fitness when it comes to like a program like this? Just like, yeah, I've got some passive income. Boom. All right. Do you actually want to do this? Because the last thing we want is for you to invest in anything that you don't want to do. Are you actually committed? Yes. All right. I want to book in a call with you with one of the advisors. They're really top notch and they can help you out, break down the costs, and personalize the whole thing for you.
That's really good. It sounds very detached. Yeah, like, do you actually want to do this? Because that's the last thing we want is you not to do it. Yeah. Okay, so what I'll do is very detached. Like, and do you actually want to do this? Like, I'll be like, what the chill? So good job. Good job.
That being said, I still need to work on the tonality because
Yeah,
the
definitely. Your
robotic shit
tonality
needs to get
too
better as well.
too monotone, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need you to like when you're asking a question, be more upwards, especially in a set call, it has to be more upward. Since I can't see you, nothing, you gotta be more upward. And is this something you want to do? Like right now, or like well, how does that look like?
That being
Instead of
said, she sounds pretty committed. So like if they can get the clothes, that's amazing because I had to follow up 5 times because there was something wrong with our Go High level system. So I was like, did you get the confirmation? No. Did you get it again? No. All right, I'll just confirm it manually. So hopefully it's all sorted because there's some tech issues, but what can I do?
yeah, yeah, you can only control what's in your power, right? So that's good. So next, I do need you to train that voice a little bit. Obviously now, since you're already very monotone, just don't go too up in your high pitched, just a little bit. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Just to
I
the
feel
point where
like
you
I spent 1 month trying to fix it up and I just sound so fake by going
exist because you
slow.
did it too high. You did Peter. I started being like Peter or like Peter, Peter, Peter. See, there you go. Do it with your monotone. Let me hear it.
Peter.
See, there you go. Boom, done. That's it. You don't gotta over exaggerate it.
All
How come you
right,
want to
so tell me what you're doing because I'm still bloody, my time management is not good. I'll be honest with you with that. I feel like,
mine's is too? Don't worry. Haven't fixed it yet, mainly because I don't have a fucking offer. So I just go to bed whenever, wake up whenever my body feels like waking up, and then I just get to work, you know? And then I go to the gym, I come back, and I get to work again. And then yeah, that's basically what my schedule is. What my
how often
schedule
do you,
is, huh?
how often do you go to the gym?
4 or 5 times a week.
Yeah, I've like cut that down to like once a fortnight and I do jiu-jitsu. So that's 3 times a week.
Damn. Okay.
You know
That
why?
is why.
Me not going to the gym, I look the same. Exactly the same. I weigh the same,
Really?
everything's all the same.
Wow. Well, I mean, that is true. Once you have the gains, all you have to do is maintain. It's like getting rich. You have to
Mm.
work your ass off before building the muscle. But once you're there, all you have to do is maintain it, you know?
Mm. And a couple of things I took out of jiu-jitsu today, which helped me reflect on just life in general and sales, is my jiu-jitsu is there's some flaws in my jiu-jitsu, which is I'm not doing things piece by piece. I'm just combining it all. So there's so much
No thought process.
yeah, and I can tell
Yeah.
that ripples into the way I do things with talking, sales, probably like just even my girlfriend tells me like you just don't rush it, bro. Just don't rush it, bro.
Yeah, just don't rush it, bro. Not only that, but sometimes just wanting to do it all at once comes from being just a little teensy bit of laziness.
Say that
Like
again.
it comes from a little bit of being a little bit lazy. And the only reason why I say that is because once I was taking a lot of inbounds and outbounds, I just wanted like I wanted like an easy just talking, but I never could. And it made me realize like why am I looking for easy? I should really put in the effort, right? So the effort comes from everything. But you
Okay.
have to find a mode to just like, okay, this is my mode right now, even if I don't feel like it, right? Just in jiu-jitsu as well. Okay. Fuck the laziness. What should I do? What's the plan? Instead of like, "Ugh, let's just do it now. Let's just,
Mm.
let me do it now." That comes from being a little lazy. Does that make sense?
Well, I don't see it making sense because, like, what do you define as lazy then?
Not lazy. But maybe it was too strong of a word, but more like you're not putting any effort. There you
So
go. That's it.
complacent.
Yeah, complacent. You're not putting no effort.
Mm.
There you
Yeah.
go. Instead of actually thinking about the process, instead of actually thinking where you're going wrong, you're just doing it. Like, oh, I'm doing it. I'm putting in the reps, but the reps can only get you so far.
Which I feel like comes back down to the tangible outcome. Like, why are you in sales in the first place?
For me, well, at least this type of sales, money, knowledge, money, knowledge, business.
Okay, so with the money, what is that gonna give you access to that you don't have now?
So for me, a place for my own, right? It's chaotic in my house, very loud, but that's one thing it would do. Secondly, is being able to take control of my own life. My parents control my life a lot right now. As I'm 20 years old, but I don't blame
They
them.
control
They
your
own the
life?
house. They control my life a decent amount.
In what way?
Um, like they always need help with everything.
Are you the
I
oldest?
I'm the not the oldest, but the oldest living here. Yes. Like it's very annoying considering my little brother's 14. They let him play games all day. He doesn't do shit, and I'm the one that has to fucking manually do everything in terms of the Wi-Fi, the light, the fucking house, the tax of each house, everything this, that bullshit, suck my dick. And it does really piss me off. It takes my time away and my focus, right? I still do it. They're my parents,
So
but
what happens if you leave?
if I leave, I can they're gonna put all the responsibility on the next oldest, which is my little brother.
The 14-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know that because that's what happened when my big brother left. They put it all on me.
Okay, so that's the money
I'm
thing. You
saying?
want that freedom. Okay, what
I
about the
want
knowledge
freedom.
and business? Because they sound almost similar.
So knowledge in business in terms of understanding, I already understand a lot of ins and outs of a business, which is really good, especially for us to run our own. Because, being truthful, sticking on high ticket sales, it's only gonna last so long until it's not even the best no more. You know what I mean? I give it another 3 4, maybe 5 years. I'll give it 5 years until the high ticket sales is a different game. You know what I mean? And I want to be able to just know the knowledge of sales, what it means, which I understand a lot about sales, which is really good. To have my own system in place, know what's a good sales rep, know what's a good system, know what's a good XYZ for my business to actually run and operate right. You know what I mean? And that's how I see it, I suppose. But even then, I don't know what to sell, so it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
So based on what you want, the tangible goal, like, is there any other options except for high ticket sales to get that, including the money aspect?
Truthfully, I mean, I guess. Yeah.
No, have you actually explored anything else though?
Oh, I have
Obviously, there's
not.
stuff
No.
out there.
There's stuff out there, but I'd rather not do that because that's kind of dumb. Focusing I guess my vision into multiple things. But I do talk about the whole getting and how to learn AI. I have yet to learn it actually, but definitely
Okay.
something that needs to be implemented.
So you know the tangible outcome for yourself, and you're quite problem aware. You're actually in the actual situation of getting better with sales. So the knowledge, it sounds like you got the knowledge, but you don't have the business component because you haven't
Yeah.
acted on the business. The business sounds kind of vague because it sounds like you want a business, but you want more information. You want more experience to actually initiate an offer for yourself.
Yeah, which is pretty bullshit to be honest, right? But at least right now, it's just getting the capital to be able to run a business, right? That's how I
Okay.
see it at least.
So if we're in the pre-handling stage, have you addressed all your limiting beliefs,
So far, yes.
which are
Not
what?
all of them. But first, like people being scared of them or trying not to piss them off. I don't really care anymore. Even in real life, I really don't give a shit. Secondly, anytime I have a negative thought, like it's not gonna work. But this, I just shut the fuck up and I tell myself it's gonna work and I get to work. Thirdly, even when I don't want to go to the fucking gym, I get the fuck up and go. Fourthly, just putting in the reps actually out. Like right now, today, I applied to 11 jobs and I applied to 11 jobs. No, I applied to 8 jobs. I applied to 3 funnels and then I reapplied to 5 other jobs and then made like four looms, sent them out, sent a couple emails, had a role play with my business owner today and still outreaching on Facebook, talking to people, making connections, I set up my whole calendar, have an RP tomorrow with some people tomorrow, and I'm just putting everything out. I'm just putting in literally just, and instead of thinking about it, I'm like, I just do it and do it. You know what I mean? And honestly, just doing it without thinking about it does take me farther. Even if I don't want to do it, it's like, well, I did it already. You know what I mean? So yeah,
So how do you measure progress then?
for me, I measure progress right now. To be honest, I'm not gonna say getting better, but actually finding a good opportunity because that's the hard part, truthfully. Finding a good offer.
But how do you actually break that down and measure it? Because you're still tracking the offer tracker, like how much you're applying for?
Oh yes, yes.
Do
So
you
out of
and
oh yeah, I get what you mean. So I think right now, out of 35 jobs, I've gotten back 5 interviews.
okay. So because you told me before you are doing at least 10 a day. Well, that's the goal, right?
8 to 10, yeah.
8 to 10. And what happens if you don't get to eight?
I then just if I don't do eight, hmm. So far I have not done nothing less than eight. No, I did yesterday I did five. Yesterday I did five. So what I did is I just sent out emails to follow up with other things, just in general.
So
And
you did five new ones and you followed it up with three more.
yeah,
Okay, I see. So you're still hitting eight regardless.
yeah.
All right. I like that because I need to step up my input because the
Hmm.
output's just dry as hell. If we step it back a bit, the tangible outcome, I still feel like my tangible outcome is pretty strong. It's just that I feel like I need to reconsider why I want to be paying off my mortgage faster.
What do you mean?
Because
Oh, yeah. No, yeah,
ultimately,
sorry.
if I'm wanting to pay my mortgage off faster, it means I have to increase my cash flow. If I increase my cash flow, it means the taxes increase. So in the end, I am paying it off faster, but how do I reduce? If I get to 20K, that's
Hmm.
like 50 to 70K a year going to tax. Is that
Yeah.
actually effective for all the hard work I'm putting in? Ultimately, like that's the strategy, and I'll have to eat that every year,
Yeah.
70K, um, 70, 80K. Or I want to know what you're doing when you get to consistently 10 to 20K a
Hmm.
month USD, you're out of your house. Where are you going to deploy your capital?
Hmm. So firstly, that, right? Secondly, my own place. And then thirdly, that's a good question. I was thinking already about investments, but that's the hard part. Like, truthfully, if there is no business that we make, there's not a lot of money. You know what I mean? So, in my eyes, all I can think about is we need to run a business no matter what.
Makes sense. Okay.
You know what I
Right.
mean? A remote closing is not going to get us there. It's not going to make us rich, but it's a
Right.
really good vehicle to maintain a good income because obviously, if let's say once or like one time every 2 weeks, even though you're in an offer making 10, 20 grand a month, you're posting your wins, right? And every now and then, of course, making good connections. You'll always have good offers. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's like the least of our worries, thankfully. It's just really getting there first and proving ourselves. You know what I mean? So don't worry too much about what happens if, the offer's this. Once you have a good connection or you have a a good what's it called proof of concept, you're gonna get hired. You're gonna have good offers, right? So 10, 20K a month is inevitable. I feel like every now and then you might hit 30K on one month, 20K on this month, and the next one 10K. But guess what? That's already fucking 60K in like 3 months, right? Meaning it's possible to still make a lot of money. It's just how you manage everything. So what I was thinking about myself is making a Google Sheets and just being on top of my game, on top whenever I get money, right? Let's say I make a 30K month. Doesn't mean I'm gonna go out and blow it all because I made 30K that month, right? Who knows? Next month all I'm gonna make is 5 grand, right? Now I average 17 grand out of those 2 fucking months, right? So how can I plan in case of my own business, my own, my fucking rent, this, and this, just put it all out. Still, it doesn't mean you're gonna blow out all your money. It's just gonna let you know that you're making more than what you used to, and now you understand that you can make it anywhere, wherever, whenever, and then that's whenever you get the idea of how to actually start implementing a job once we're done having a get good at closing. You know what I mean? When you simplify it like that, it's not that really hard. It's just proof of concept and getting there first. That's the hardest part, right? But once you're there, it gets really easy.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is yes, obviously closing is not forever. It's to bridge to the business to an actual business long term. And that's where you make more leverage and more money. But if we go back a step, in your position right now, are you just taking action with proving that you are a good closer? There's no point reinvesting because you said you got a bit of debt at the moment that you have to pay off.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So right now, yes, and I'm also planning on joining. Well, once I get like a 10, 15K month, pay my debt. I do plan on getting on another fucking place, like another course, somebody known to have another community, and then from there you're good. You know what I mean? Like look at Brian, he made 16 grand last month doing 30 calls, while still working on a little side hustle while going to fucking Singapore. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
just think of it like that. Like. It's just proving yourself first. So just put in all the work. Literally, like just get it done with. Fuck it. Like fuck. Apply to every fucking job, even if you don't want to. I have moments where I just look at my fucking screen and I'm like, I don't want to do this. But you know what that is? The brain rot. The scrolling. That's what's taking your focus away. Because think what if you weren't bored, if you had nothing else, all you would do is apply. Because now you're bored. So let yourself get bored first. If you have to, just stare at your fucking screen and think until you're done. Like, and every now and then take a little break, go scroll for a little bit, and then come back. You know what I'm saying? Just break it down piece, but like I say, you're not adding nothing to your plate. You're just cutting off what you already have, right? So just start doing that. And I'm noticing that, yeah, like the focus goes away. So refocus, take some time, come back, and then reapply, email, hit up people, like post, apply to any fucking anything. Let them know that, hey, I understand, I don't want this, but I still want your connection. So look good, be honest, be yourself, but still use all the knowledge you've gotten off of closing, and then boom, boom, boom. Once you have all those three elements, proof of concept, yourself, you're good at closing or even setting, whatever, there you go. Right? Like they say, like what Brian told me is don't take it so seriously. Like you would rather be with somebody who's bubbly than serious in a business.
Very true. Yeah.
You know? So why would you go in an interview thinking you're the shit, that you're higher than them, that you hope they hire you because you're like a higher level person? No. Be good, be bubbly, be nice, but let them know once you're answering the questions, your answers are fucking golden. Well, what separates you from XYZ? It isn't this, whatever, who gives, right? Just make sure you separate that yourself, and there you go. You know what I mean? Be funny as well too. I be cussing. I've been cussing lately, and they laugh. They're laughing, right? I've been telling them how I used to sell weed at the parking lot, and they love that shit.
On the loom or
They-
on the interview?
In the interviews, I'm like,
Okay.
don't say nothing, man. But the reason why I got this work ethic, and then I tell them what happened, and I used to sell weed before my blue collar clock in, and they laugh, and like, bro, I like you. right? This happened already three out of three times, right? So just be, just be yourself. The way I talk to you is almost not almost, I'm a little bit more professional. I talk to interviewers, right? Obviously, I'm not too extra. I'm not cussing too much. I just cut, pause a little bit. You know what I mean? But yes,
Mm. It
do
sounds
that.
like you know when to use it and when not to use it.
Exactly. And it's pretty easy. It's not hard. Like, just read the room. You know what? Just read the room. Know who to use it with. If you can use it with them, don't. But that doesn't mean you should be like a stuck up the ass because, oh my God, she's a high level person. Still try to ease it up. You know what I mean? That's with any fucking prospect as well. With anybody as well. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's not that hard.
Nice. I like how you said get into another course in mentorship just to keep the network up. I feel like that would be good as well. I probably would. I have actually thought about that just to get the network and potentially get into an Australian one or
Yeah, that's
get
what you
into
need.
Brian Choi's one because he's getting results as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what you should do. Literally. Do that and it worked. But not right now.
Yeah, I'll figure
Still
something
build
out
that
now.
proof of concept because he was able to do that with just June. So it's
Yeah,
possible. You
yeah,
know what I mean? So just do that first, man. And like I
yeah.
said, get all the reps out the way. Like if I think about it, I feel like shit thinking I have to take so many calls, but it's like put in all the reps now. Just get that shit done with. Like whatever, dude. Like anytime you have free, if you could take a call, just take it. You know what I mean? Fuck it. All right, let me take a call. Let me take a call. Make your mind just fucking what's it? Condition it. You know what I mean? Because anytime you feel a certain way, it's because you're used to it. You're conditioned. That's habits, literally. You know what I mean? Like sometimes shit, I jerk off before I take a shower. I'm like, I'm gonna take a shower. I might as well drink one off. And anytime I take a shower now, it's like I want to jerk off. I'm like, fuck no, I'm not gonna jerk off. You know what I'm saying? So it's just really conditioning your mind. You know what I mean?
I like
Conditioning your
make
actions.
habit to take a call. That's a good one because I don't feel like I want to take a call.
Yeah, like it's just first of all, take that out of your head. I don't want to take a call. Like you should do. It's like I do. Fuck it. It's for the money. I'm gonna get there eventually. Just take that out of your head and reframe. Literally reframe yourself. And instead of like I don't want to take it to I'm gonna
Hmm.
take it because it's
Yeah.
for me in my future. You know what
It's
I
more
mean?
like if you know you need to do 1,000 calls and after the 1,000th call you get to 10K, just get to work now.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Imagine that you're just conditioned so much that once you have a good offer, you just take calls because you know they close anyways. Fuck it. Boom, appointment set, close that motherfucker or just XYZ. And it doesn't hurt knowing how to be good at everything. If you know how to fucking DM, how to follow up, how to fucking talk on the phone and cold call, how to inbound call, how to close, you're gonna need them anyways. You know what I mean? So fuck it.
True. Yeah. Okay.
So just
So
get
what I
all
took
that
from,
shit out the way.
say that again.
Just get all of it out the way now. Like we've been stalling and playing with our dicks and putting in the reps, but we could do way more. We've been putting in the reps, but how did the 1% of closers get to 1%? By taking calls back to back to back to back,
That's
no
what Brian
matter
said.
what. Exactly.
He was double booked.
Exactly. Hold on 1 second. 1 second.
Okay.
Yo, Phil, sorry, I gotta go, bro.
You're good, bro.
All right, man. But remember what I said. Put in the reps, all right?
All right, one last thing. Are you just using
Yeah.
Facebook or where you're applying?
So Facebook, WhatsApp, and Discord. I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna invite you to a Instagram group chat as well. Okay.
Awesome, appreciate it.
All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna send you all the invites. All right. See you
All right,
later,
see you
man.
later.